Let me raise some questions about how we're addressing privatized housing, General Donahue. It's been 6 years since legislation was enacted to provide more protection for military families living in privatized housing. You may be aware in 2022 I led an 8-month bipartisan investigation into the mistreatment of military families in privatized housing on post at Fort Gordon. Shocking testimony from service members whose families had their health impacted in serious ways. We wound up having the Balfour Beatty executives come up and testify under oath. Was able last fiscal year, working with the chairman, to secure additional funding in our bill for expanded oversight, tenant support, and maintenance for privatized housing. And yet, as you're no doubt aware, while there's been some progress, and by the way, I appreciate that after that investigation, the Army conducted those housing unit by housing unit inspections and started at Fort Gordon. That mattered to the families on post there. But we continue to hear troubling stories and reports from service members at installations across Georgia, across the South, across the country about poor conditions in privatized housing, inadequate support from housing providers on installations in Georgia and nationwide. Some of these abusive non-disclosure provisions that families are forced into. So given that these issues persist, what is the Army doing to stay after this and make sure that we're not allowing any of these families to face mistreatment at the hands of these housing providers?
Senator, thank you for that question. And first off, we will absolutely partner with you at Fort Benning, no doubt. And from a privatized housing perspective, I will tell you that also recently just talked to Ryan Janovic, the Cyber COE CG, also senior commander there at Fort Gordon. And having been a senior commander myself, engaged leadership, driving our housing partners to ensure that we are taking care of our Army families is incredibly important to us, and so please know that. We have put incredible oversight practices into place, closely scrutinizing our leasing efforts with our privatized partners, house-to-house inspections. I mean, I personally, when I was a senior commander, walking town halls where we would partner with our privatized housing partner as well as our DPW, where we would address maintenance on the spot. We put QA practices into place, whether it's in terms of construction, renovation, or even maintenance actions that are taking place. And so to circle back to Fort Gordon, General Janovic is actually very pleased with his partnership right now. I think some of that came about due to the hurricane there, and so the partnership I think strengthened with BBC. We have about $86 million left of renovations there to include new construction as well, and so we will absolutely continue to partner with you to make sure that we are supportive of all of our Army family concerns with our privatized housing partner.
Thank you, General. And you know the issue, as you know, is not just at Fort Gordon. Where I think we've made progress, but there's still a lot of work to be done. But it's not just the Army. This is a department-wide issue, and it's you all know that when these young service members are having to deal with the stress that comes with their kids facing health issues from mold, or their spouses having to deal with the stress of getting necessary repairs that take weeks or months. And this feeling that they're treated by these housing providers like they don't matter, it has an impact on morale. It has an impact on readiness. So I hope, General Donahue and Mr. Marks, that we can continue working to address those concerns.